I didn't think I was making a video today, but here we are. You guys can see it. We're gonna finish this oat field, and then we're gonna start on wheat later today. And I think I just broke my first shear bolt of the year, hopefully. We're gonna find out together. Aha, yes, shear bolt, gone. All right, we'll get a shear bolt and throw it back in here and resume our regular activities. So, I know I got a bunch in the box. We always start the year well stocked. So, we'll get back at it. Oh hey, I also figured out that cooling issue. Like why it's doing that. There's some brackets in there that hold that spinner. A couple of them are cracked. So then like one side is probably flexing out and just letting in a little bit of dust. So we'll get that welded up, which will be easy, and then we'll probably order a new seal. Let the seal come back.
Okay, good.
So I really like these headers, and I think they work well, but it bothers me so much the way that they have these shear pins, because you can't ever get the bolt in because it's always hitting on here. So you either end up just giving it a little bit of a bend or hitting it with a hammer and then cross threading the nut on, because you're never going to need it again. If it breaks, you're using another one. So we'll give it some persuasion. There we go. Now we can put our nut on. So based off of what I saw over there, I'm guessing that the bolt, like the nut just fell off and then the bolt fell out. But anyways, quick, easy fix. We're back up and running, and now all that's left is this area with all these hydro poles. So I don't know, what is that, 20 acres? We're gonna quickly get this done and switch over to wheat. And my dad's on that side. But look at all those grain bags. We have been, I mean, these oats, they say they're yielding 145. Andrew thinks the math is showing more than that though, based off of the amount of bags we've filled already. So I guess we'll see. But anyways, I'm glad to be getting on to wheat. That's when you can really make some good progress. This is the fun pass. Cause look at all those poles! Oh yeah! We got like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 passes maybe. So hopefully in the next hour we'll be switching over. And I got this vulture just sitting beside me trying to poach a load. But it's kind of a bad time to unload because we're trying to avoid all the poles. So, it's gonna be, well, I mean, it'll be fine as long as I don't hit one, but just a bit of extra work, I guess. Anyways, we're getting her done. Only 10 more of these poles in front of me, and then we got those big power lines there, but yeah, we're making progress. So here we are unloading, because I'm weaving around poles, so we can't really unload on the go. And this guy saw me taking a picture for my thumbnail, and he's got a video I'm sure it'll be on TikTok. I guarantee he's gonna be putting me on blast on TikTok later, but you guys check it out if you care, and if not, whatever. But we're getting there. And there we have it, the last pass of this field, sort of, because there's 110 acres there, which is technically a part of this field, but the different variety of oats. That's swath, so we're not going to it yet. I think we're going to be going a mile that way and starting on some wheat here right away. Once we get finished, we'll kind of have a little chat here, get organized, and hopefully head out. All right, so there is our big pile of grain bags. We've got 4 there right now. I think we're gonna bag that other 110 that we've already got swathed of oats as well. So there's gonna be a number of grain bags there. And now we are just running up to the half mile. Somewhere over there is an approach. We'll hop on the road, head a mile and a half down that way, and go get in the oats. Or no, wheat. Oh, I'm excited. Wheat is my favorite crop to harvest. You can use the power You can get a lot of acres done. There's not a huge amount of bushels, so the grain cart can keep up. I love everything about wheat harvest. I wish we could just harvest 100% of our acres in wheat. Someone told me that I should have my ladder folded in when I'm traveling, but I'm gonna guess it doesn't apply to this situation. We 99% of the time we use headers or header trailers because I hate driving on the road with a 40-foot header, but we're literally going 1.25 miles. It really doesn't make sense to header trailer it. And usually it's not a busy road, but they've got construction on one of the main highways over there, so there's a lot of people coming down this road now, so hopefully we don't come across anyone, and if we do, I mean, there's a couple spots we can pull over, but we'll make do. We always do. That's the farming life. Make it, you're gonna make it work. It's just, it's the only option, because this is your livelihood. You're putting everything on the line. I just gotta make sure I don't hit my dad's free press box. He won't be happy about that. Anyways, there's the main yard. So, next time you see me, we'll be in the wheat. Psych! Oh my goodness. I swear they know when I'm filming a video every time. Little fun fact for you. This is actually James Farms Road, and my dad is James Farms. Me and my brother are James Brothers. Two separate operations working together. Kind of get the economies of scale. Put your equipment on more acres, that sort of thing. But sweet setup, and I think we got the road named after us because we've been here for, I don't know what, 146 years or something like that. Been a little while. We made it, and we didn't have any traffic, which is awesome. So I am incredibly excited to start wheat. We'll really be able to see how the Sunnybrook performs against the stock combine now. And I absolutely love the fact that you can just load your settings on the combine in the cab and it adjusts everything, and they're saved, or you can go to factory settings, everything. It's so nice instead of, you know, having to do everything individually. Bunch of good things with newer combines, and this combine's not even new. But one thing we do need to do is I think we need to close our disawning plates or whatever for the APS, because wheat thrashes harder, so you got to close that. So you just come here, you flip that lever up, boom. Now our pre-concave is closed, so it'll thrash more in the cylinder. Now let's get in here, take a sample, get a moisture. I'm thinking it'll be good to go. So we need to engage our combine. We'll put our header a little bit down. Engage our header. Full throttle. Then we go over to crop settings. Click on wheat. Load own adjustments. And now it's changing everything to where I have it personally set for what I think works well. And there we go. Looks like everything is set where it needs to be. I need to change my yield monitor. Where's wheat? All the way at the bottom. There we go. We reset all our totals. Back to the main screen. Oh. And put it back in first gear. There we go. Let's get us a sample. Oh, I'm excited. See what she does. and then we'll go take a yield or take a moisture. So we got our sample, and I think this is why farmers wear hats, because we always forget a bucket when we're getting a sample. But anyways, I'm going to insert a clip here of doing our moisture because Andrew's a lot better at it than I am. So I'll let you guys know what this tests out to be. All right, man an hour, he's doing a moisture. Let's see what we got. All right, oats are 13.5. We haven't combined a single bushel at dry, which is 13.5. But we're looking to be under here 14.5 at least to start. So what are we doing here? What weight are we getting? So I've got a book that shows the chart for this 919 moisture meter that we're using to get moistures. So it kind of gives you a guide. So I got to weigh out 200 grams of oats here. That's good. That means it's not lightweight oats. These are not lightweight oats. They are around 250 grams a bushel. So the quality is decent. And the yield has been really good too, given the year. I'm getting the temperature, so at 24 degrees Celsius, 200 grams. Now I'm going to calibrate my 919 here. It tells me what cal I should set at. So for this machine in oats, I set at 53. Alright, then these suckers go on the top. Make sure there's nothing left in there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Put these in the top. Alright, now we go here, and once we're in, we lower the gauge to hit a number, and that tells us, alright, so we're at 14.5. Yeah, so you're trying to get that dial down to the bottom, and then it tells you the number to correspond with the book. Yes, so now we take our temperature and this number, and it'll tell us our moisture. So at 14.5 on the meter, and then we're at 24 degrees on the temperature, so we're sitting at 13.7. Oh, that's the driest we've gotten. So that's about the driest it's been all harvest. That's fantastic. So, we got to go, boy. All systems go. It's an early start. It's that's awesome. We're sitting at 12:15. Earliest start of the year. Yeah. All right, let's get at her. The wheat tested 15.5, so we are good to go. We're just kind of doing a light cleaning on the grain cart. So we opened all the traps. We're going to run the augers for a bit, and then he'll just drive out there with the traps open, and it should be good to go. Close it all up, and then we'll be starting on the wheat right over there. He looks confused. This shows you right here that I'm the mechanic. So this is field I don't know. I just added that, and we have got the grain cart heading over here. Let's check out the zoom on this camera. Man, I can almost see if he's picking his nose. That's a pretty good camera on this thing. Anyways, enough of that. We're gonna get started. Here we go. This is it, guys. Now the machine is working. Love to see it. I don't know. You guys can't really see in there, but sample looks good. I think we're gonna quickly get out and drop some straw just to see what it's doing, and then we'll keep going, because my brother's not here to do pans. He's hauling a load of oats, so I'm just gonna quickly drop some straw, and that's a pretty easy way to tell what's happening. So we're going in wheat. I'm gonna drop straw. It's really easy. You lift up here and you pull that pin and you're dropping straw, so let me do that. I really like that about these machines as well, because then it just comes straight out your rotors in there and falls down here. So we're gonna drop straw for, I don't know, 100 feet here so I can get a load on it, and then we'll see what's in the straw and make some adjustments or just go slower, because I think this stuff is gonna yield pretty darn well. Like, we're hoping 80s to 90s. We'll see though. It's too early to tell, but that's what we're thinking. So we dropped straw. Here's a little swath, and now we'll kind of go digging through it, and you know, anything right down right there, that's rotor losses, and spread out is sieve losses. And this is a good way to check, you know, if you're thrashing it all out and what kind of job you're doing without having a pan. So let's look, I guess. It's very interesting little swath. Here's a head. Is there anything in it? Nope, that's empty. Empty. Well, I think it's thrashing it out fine. So now let's see what's underneath the swath. So that's for a 40-foot header. There's like 10 kernels there. I don't think that's bad at all. We'll just keep looking and make a decision. Alright, so this is the conclusion we've come to. I'm thrashing the ever-living out of it. I gotta slow down my cylinder a lot. It'll take some off the sieves. Losses don't look bad. So I'm gonna slow my cylinder down, but I'm also gonna close up my bottom sieve a bit because we're getting some little partial pieces of head in there, and I want those to go back in the returns. So that's where we're at. My dad's got to get his combine set up. Grain cart's good to go, so we'll get going here. I just realized I left the grates out on the hopper, so we're gonna find out if we're blowing shear bins and have to get something out here to unload. I hope it works good. Oh, look at that red wheat. Beautiful thing. Alright guys, we are getting this thing dialed in. I gotta clean this window so you can see, but the sample is, wow, it's very much on the clean side now. I slowed down my cylinder by 150. I love these Claws combines. You can see your return elevator right there. And my returns are very low, so I choked up my bottom sieve. My bottom sieve is at 4, which is quite tight, but got rid of all those little pieces. I think we're doing a really good job now. And I've got my top sieve pretty wide open. It's supposed to be 15, but my wire is going out, so it bounces around. But I think we're doing well, and Andrew is gonna go grab a pan, because until we get a pan out here, I just never feel super confident. I've checked the ground, I think it looks all right, but the pan will let us know. And then we'll do a crop calibration on the farm tracks, and then we'll kind of know a yield and be able to plan for this field. But hey, I'm fired up. Problem is it's yielding so much again, I think that we can't really push the combine too hard. So currently we're at 20% engine load, which is disappointing. But you know what I also think that is? I think I'm not seeing the engine load that I'm used to because of the Sunnybrook cylinder. It's just got so much more weight. It smooths out all the power pulses, and it's got so much weight and inertia. It's smoothing out the whole machine, if that makes sense. And I think that's a big reason why I'm just not getting my engine load up to where I was the last couple years. But we will find out. But I'm excited to be going on wheat. Andrew's doing the mad dash to try and get a pan thrown before the grain cart gets in here. I don't think he's gonna make it. Oh, he's hoods up. He's ready to rock. Oh, I was going way too slow. That's an operator error. That pan is not going to be worth much. Alright, this time... Oh my goodness, it must be go 5 miles an hour. Here we go, fellas. Making acres. Let's see what kind of losses we got. 5 miles an hour. Love to see it. And we're only at 83, 90% engine load. That Sunnybrook, man, it's definitely doing something. Shows my losses are through the roof, but we got to adjust that based off of what his pan says. I would love to be going 5. Man, this thing is just handling it though, like no problem. That's wild. I love that. That cylinder is definitely helping. I am excited. All right, we'll wait for that call back. So we went from 0 bushel an acre loss at 2.6 mile an hour to 3.5 bushel loss at 5 mile an hour, which I knew 5 was too quick, and so did he, but we want to kind of benchmark it. So now I am going 4 miles an hour, and he's going to throw another pan, and then we'll get that update, and hopefully we're in a reasonable range. Look at that turkey. So we just got our total off of the grain cart scales. It thinks we harvested 7,500 pounds, and in reality, we harvested 21,160 pounds, and we're at 15.5% moisture complete. And now we will get our actual estimated yield. So far it says we're doing 76 bushel an acre, which I'm hoping that's on the low side, but I guess we'll find out. Anyways, I got some mud there. I gotta go clean that out, and then we're gonna get back at it. So here's what we need to know. 3.5 bushel loss at 5 mile an hour. He just told me that one at 4 miles an hour was 0.6 of a bushel loss. So that's fantastic. We can deal with that. And now I'm going to calibrate my monitor so that it knows kind of what I'm looking at when the losses are there. Because right now the triangle's lighting up doesn't mean anything. And so I'm going to do that. And then we're also going to dirty up the sample a bit, because I mean, this Sunnybrook, it's definitely making a difference. It's thrashing good. So we'll open up the sieves a bit more, get rid of some sieve losses maybe.
You'll have to go ahead and
I think this is good. I like this.
I'm not a big help here.
Thank you, Dad. It's, yeah. Now this test is rotor versus sieve. Wherever he gets hit, he's going to tell me what it is. I like this test. This one's fun. So, I don't know. We're getting it dialed in. I like it. I'm happy with how things are performing now. Feeling good about it. We're going to make some acres happen. I'm having a lot of fun getting this thing dialed in actually right now. And I keep lowering the cylinder speed and it just keeps doing a good job. So I started off at 870, now I'm at 650. We're gonna shut the chopper off. Drop a little bit of straw, make sure it's thrashing out, and then keep going. Our windrow looks completely different. Everything is a lot less beat up. You can see a lot more heads and like long pieces of straw, but I am yet to find any kernels in here, which is amazing. Is there one in there? No. Wow! Look at this. Still in good shape. Completely thrashed out. Oh, there's one kernel in here, boys and girls. All right, I think we're on the edge of where we can be with our cylinder. We will speed it up a little bit, because there's a kernel in there too. All right, cylinder speed's going back up, but I love what we're seeing. This is good stuff. So we rebuilt one of our rotor gearboxes this year, and that's what I'm hearing. So I don't know. I think that's what I'm hearing. I hope we don't have an issue with it. I kind of had a feeling that we weren't getting them all out, because the yield just wasn't not peaking where I thought it should be, because I was seeing 90s pretty frequently, and then we dropped the cylinder speed and it just wasn't ever getting there. So, I mean, that is the nice thing about having a yield monitor. If it looks a little bit lower than you think, well, maybe you're not doing as good a job, and that pays for itself pretty quick. So we upped the cylinder speed to 100. Actually, we upped it 50, because I was looking at it under load. Unloaded it was 700. We upped it to 750, and I think we're doing a lot better job based off of what that's saying. And this should be kind of the worst part in the field, so I'm hoping that average goes up. But I really like the job it's doing. My losses are in check now. We've kind of got those calibrated a bit, and look at that engine load. Now we're talking, guys. So we're still inside the city, so we got deer jumping out everywhere.
Do we have a moisture yet?
Because they know they're safe in the city. So there's one there. There's a monster buck over there at the yard site over there. Pretty cool seeing them. So we're breaking in a new headland here across from our bean field. It sucks because all that green weeds in the middle, splitting it up, is just building up like crazy on my end piece there. And just makes a mess, doesn't cut nicely. I gotta back up to get them off. No bueno, guys. Oh, come on, get off. There we go. All right, back at it. So that corner we did before, we weren't expecting much out of it, but now we're getting to the body of the field, and I know headlands, it'll be what it'll be, but like, that thing really isn't dropping below 90 very much. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like when we really get into the meat and potatoes of the field here, because like, that's calibrated. That is, I'm not doing anything to mess with you guys. And I don't know, some guys may think that's poor, but for our area, that's a darn good crop considering we had 4 inches of rain in season. Come on. Of course, this is my dad's field, but I'm excited to get onto our fields and see what they do as well. This is the leader on the start of our headland pass, but then I got full. So then the guy behind you who has unloaded recently hops in front, and I take over his pass, and then we're able to keep going and unloading on the go. Alright, well, that is gonna be a night. We were gonna go a bit longer, but the way things worked out, I got full at a far corner and we're doing a headland, so the grain cart had to go all the way around back to the semi to unload. I would have been waiting for like, I don't know, 40 minutes or something. So I'm full. I'm heading back there now. I'll unload when I get there. And then Dad, who I'm gonna pass right here, I left him in the dust. Come on, if you ain't first, you're last. Anyways, once he gets full, then he'll head back as well. Something like that. Well, there you have it, guys. Another day in the books. And I guess we're vlogging this thing because I hear you guys and you want more content. So if I can keep it up, I'll try my best. So we finished that field of oats, which that's an awful field with all those poles in it. Now we're going on wheat, and I just love wheat. Everything about it. You can push the combine, you can get the thing loaded up, feel the power. It spreads so nicely and chops up well. I mean, that Mav chopper on this thing, it doesn't have spinners on it, but it's throwing 40 feet. And you could get a bit more acres per hour done, which I also love. We were kind of pushing this thing around the 20 acres an hour, I think, in wheat, and it was doing a phenomenal job. And honestly, now that we've gotten to wheat, like in oats, I kind of noticed that, hey, I mean, it runs smoother. It's not loading up as quickly when you get to thick spots with the Sunnybrook in it. But man, in wheat, I have 100% noticed a difference. I'm running my cylinder 100 RPM slower than my dad. I'm doing a phenomenal job in the tank. And because I can run the cylinder a bit slower, I'm throwing less wheat into the rotors, so my rotor losses should be a little bit less. I'm breaking up the straw less, so the sieves aren't getting as much little chaff on it. I'm really happy with it. So I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. If you have been thinking about perhaps getting Farm Track's yield monitor, you've seen me using it, or Sunnybrook, I do have some discount codes that you can use, but that's only if you're thinking about it. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but if you were thinking about it, I want to save you some money. But anyways, that's another good day in the books. I'm feeling really good about this one. We've done a few late nights now, and I am desperately missing my family, though. I miss spending time with the kids and seeing my wife and all the rest. That is definitely one of the hard parts of harvest. So hopefully I'll get home and be able to see her. But hey, thanks again for watching. Your guys' support has been phenomenal. I love it. You guys are getting me fired up. So here's to harvest, right? We'll catch you on the next one. You guys have a good day, and that's a wrap.